Okay, so welcome to today's video. So today we will be taking a look at Elza browser. So I haven't done a full browser review in a while, so let's get into it. So Elza browser is an Electron-based browser. So of course Electron is based on Chromium, which is basically the open source version of Chrome that most browsers these days use. Even Microsoft Edge use it. Of course, Vivaldi, Brave, all sorts of different browsers use it. But I'm sorry, people who don't like Electron or Chromium, this browser is not for you. It's valid not liking Electron. I mean, it does take up a bit of resources, but overall it's a pretty good framework. But continue watching anyways, even if you don't like Electron or Chromium, because this is a pretty interesting browser. So this browser was developed by some developers over in India, which is quite interesting to see an Indian made browser. Corel, I believe is the way that you pronounce it, the place that they actually developed the browser, which is cool. So for features, Elza has a half-decent ad block. It appears to block YouTube ads, which is pretty cool. It has onion routing to protect your connection using Tor, but I am unsure how secure this is, because if you want to be really private using Tor, you should probably use a default config of the actual Tor browser, because that makes sure that there's no way of tracing back your IP address. But I guess this feature might be nice anyways for a bit of peace of mind, but maybe not the full thing. One of the biggest features is how minimal the browser's UI is. I mean, there's not a lot of clutter in this browser, and I think it is pretty interesting because of that. By default, you get the choice to use DuckDuckGo, Ecosia, Google, or Baidu as search engines, but there is an option to add other search engines. However, you can't save the search engines, like you can't save multiple ones, multiple custom ones, like you can in Chromium and Firefox, which is annoying for many power users. You can also change whether it auto-updates, which is pretty nice. However, you won't really be getting that many updates since this browser was last updated in June, and although it had one commit in November this year, development is, let's say, a little less than active right now, but hey, this could be temporary and development might ramp up again at some stage, but until then, this browser is a bit unmaintained. But overall, I do really like how minimal it is and how it does Tor onion routing and how that's built in. Although that feature is a bit redundant because of how you should always browse Tor with the Tor browser so you don't get fingerprinted. But overall, I think this might be a good option as a secondary browser. It's not ever going to fulfill the full browser role, because no matter how minimal your workflow is, unless it's really, really minimal, then this browser will not fulfill your needs. However, it is a good browser that's cross-platform because of that Electron base. It makes it very easy for them to port it to multiple different OSs, very easy to compile. So yeah. So this definitely could be a good option for some people, but of course most people probably will not be using this browser anytime soon. However, if you did enjoy today's video, you can check me out on LBRY to watch these videos when they're uploaded fast with none of the censorship that YouTube applies, and it's much better over on LBRY. Or if you want a web interface, you can use Odysee. But until the next one, goodbye.